Canada is the top destination of choice for international students. Hey guys, this is Seth, and in this video I'm going to be talking about if Canada is still a country for international students or not. Canada is an attractive option for international students, and this has been a case for a very long time. This is because of world-class universities here, a diverse community which is very welcoming, and of course the ease with which international students can become permanent residents after their graduation. Here are the rules currently at place as of today, October 6, 2024. Students are required to bring $20,635 in GIC or in cash, along with their first year tuition fee and travel costs like plane ticket, if they want to apply for a study permit. Students are allowed to work off campus for 24 hours per week.
Here to discuss the changes to off-campus work hours for international students planning to work through the summer, because students are already allowed to work unlimited hours during the school breaks under certain conditions stated in their study permits. We intend to make permanent changes to allow up to 24 hours of off-campus work for international students, with a goal of having that in place for the fall.
They can work full-time, like 40 hours or more, during scheduled breaks like winter break, summer break, or holidays. They can also take additional courses if they want to become full-time students while working full-time during scheduled breaks. They can do that. Postgraduate work permit is only allowed to specific colleges in specific fields of studies now. It is not available for everyone, or especially the students from private colleges here. This is the recent change. Why do we have so many regulations, new policies, new rules being announced by government these days? Historically, there was not really a cap on the number of students that could come in Canada. So this was taken benefit of by some of the private colleges, the colleges that were working under license from publicly funded colleges, and they issued admissions to more students than their campuses can handle. Government called them bad actors. This happened during 2021 and 2022. These bad actors were driving up their revenues and their profits by issuing admissions to a lot of students. This put pressure on healthcare, personal care, and other social services and housing in Canada. So the government announced new rules. To provide sustainable population growth in Canada, the government put a cap on number of study permits issued this year and next year. In this year, 2024, the number of study permits due to be issued would be 35% less than 2023. And same is the case with 2025, when they will reduce it by another 10%. There is no cap on primary school students, secondary school students, or master's students or doctoral students. In fact, master's students are being given 3 years of postgraduate work permit. So they are more welcome than before through these new rules. The cap or the limit decrease the number of international students in big provinces, the provinces that are popular among international students to go, work, live, and study. This decreased the total number of study permits being issued. But there are some provinces who have higher cap, means that they are allowed to welcome more students than last year. These provinces are Alberta, Newfoundland and Labrador, Northwest Territory, Nunavut, Quebec, Saskatchewan, and Yukon. So these are the destinations for the international students if they want to have better chances to get their study permit approved. What do international students bring to Canada? Government of Canada believes that international students are a critical part of its social, cultural, and economic fabric. International students mostly come from developing countries. Yes, students from developed countries also come to Canada, but they usually come through exchange programs instead of international student programs. International students bring a different culture that is usually in contrast to the culture of developed world. The role they play in the economy is also different. They're more likely to accept the jobs that Canadians refuse to do. The jobs in Tim Hortons, the jobs in construction, or other jobs that require physical labor. They're willing to work long hours, extra hours, which some employers here desperately need for their businesses to grow. The kind of labor supply that international students provide is unique in the context of preferences and choices Canadians make in their work life. The political issue. Now, international student program is becoming a political issue in Canada. In fact, politicians are touching upon on this issue in social media with a more confrontational style. Watch this video. Here, a leader of one of the political parties in Canada is talking to international students.
Be a man.
No, I'm a man. They are
Sir,
expiring.
be a man to
So
tell the truth.
I tell you the truth.
You
When
are a
your
liar.
permit were expired, you
My
must
permit is not
be
expired.
deported.
Why would they deport me when I'm legalized to
No,
stay?
now you can stay, but when they're gonna be expired,
We will
and if
see at
some,
that moment.
yeah, but what I'm saying, if some of you have their permit that are expired,
Nobody standing
nobody
here,
nobody
is
here,
illegal.
but in
They
your,
have their permits.
But in your group of 100 people that were,
Nobody is expired. If they would have been expired, they would have been deported.
okay, but they will be deported when it be expired. You
This
agree
is
with
why.
me? You agree
No.
with no? Because
No,
you
they
just
won't
said
be deported.
you just said that when it's going to be expired, they will be deported.
They will be legalizing their stay. No deportation will be needed in that moment.
But we will need
That's
deportation.
why
I
you
hope
need
that
to
the
have full knowledge. You are a leader. I think you should have a full knowledge
full
before you get
no, I have a full knowledge.
This
I'm saying
seems
when
like
the
it.
permit is expired, you must be
You're
deported.
saying my permit is expired. It isn't.
No, if it's not, but it will be in a couple of weeks or in a couple
I
of
can
months.
extend it.
But I hope they won't because we don't need
They
you.
will.
No, we don't need you here in this country.
How can you decide it?
Because
for example,
there's
listen to me,
Canadians,
listen.
there's young Canadians
No,
that can
let me-
work at Tim Horton, and we
Then
need.
they can. I'm not working at Tim Hortons. They can, and they can work there too. There are hirings. They can. You can get a job. They're hiring too. Anybody can work there. It's free to work. They are hiring. Anybody can get a job anywhere in the world. They
yeah.
should be at hard working as you people were. Everybody who's hard working, they can get a job easily.
With unemployment rate going high, Canadians are looking more and more into the jobs they did not do before. And these jobs, being dominated by international students, are clearly bringing the international student program into a limelight as an issue instead of an economic benefit. The fact regular people are unaware of is that international students bring $22 billion in GDP of Canada, which is more than the export of auto parts, lumber, or aircraft in this country. Canada had to suffer a loss of $7 billion in 2020 in the aftermath of COVID-19 when there was a significant drop in the population of international students in Canada. Is housing an issue for students here? The housing for international students has deteriorated significantly in the wake of inflation. Inflation has been a problem in most of the North Americas. There was a time when international students could live on $500 per month. Now this is unheard of. I myself is a realtor, and I think you will be blessed if you get a place to live on $700 per month. Of course, you can bring down your cost by sharing with someone, but that would be in exchange of your privacy. What are the income expectations of international students in Canada? What can students expect to earn in Canada depends on the kind of job they do and the province they are in. Some employers pay more, but nobody can pay you less than minimum wage. I am in Ontario and minimum wage for students here is $16.20. So let's say a student works 24 hours per week. He'd be making $1,555, which is enough for transport, grocery, and other regular expenses apart from rent. During scheduled breaks, you're allowed to work full-time, like 40 hours or more than 40 hours. If some student is working for 40 hours, you'd be making around $2,592 per month. Of course, there will be some deductions depending on where you're working, how much money you're making. In the end, the question is Canada making harder for international students to come and study here? The answer is yes and no. Yes, because it is harder to come here, especially when you need to bring double the amount of money that you used to bring. Like I myself, when I was a student in 2013, I brought $10,000 with me. It was difficult then too. Now this amount is doubled. No, because Government of Canada wants to improve the quality of education and wants students to spend time studying instead of working.
At the same time, it's been shown by research, and we know that increasing working hours while studying at post-secondary institutions can lead to declining academic performance. The purpose of the international student program is to study and not to work.
Government is making students to have a better living experience by removing substandard conditions. The new measures and policies are here to tackle the housing crisis and the pressures on healthcare and other social services because of significant growth in the population in general. And when international students come here, they bring a lot of money with their tuition. And when these institutes are unable to provide quality education for the amount of money that they receive in fees, which is around 4.5 times more than a domestic student pay here in Canada, things need to be changed. changed. This is why students need to attest their letter of acceptance here so that those institutes that were making money by defrauding students could be taken to task. The truth is, the provinces that are well populated and do not have enough jobs for international students do not provide any promising future. But the provinces that have job opportunities, the provinces that can absorb more population, they still provide students ways to become permanent resident. A better future if somebody wants to go live and work there. I hope this video is helpful to you in some ways and help you make more informed decision if you are planning to come to Canada and study here. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.